Okay, on the air. This is Reality Supreme Being on the air again, April 6, 2013, also known as HRM Caesar St. Augustine de Bonaparte. I just did a small 5-minute monologue, and I didn't realize that when I clicked it, the start recording button did not start. So I lost 5 minutes. So I'll go back. So when I was there at Tony Robbins and his seminar, the people were paying anywhere from $500 per head to $1,500 per head. And that auditorium was full. There must have been at least, definitely more than a couple thousand people. And they're hearing him ranting and raving and yelling and screaming on stage. He's talking all this positive. But I was outside in front of his little mini supplement seminar sales group selling his Tony Robbins MSM and greens. It's an alkaline supplement for taking care of whatever they claimed on the label was good for you. You know, the supplement process in the human body is a very complex process. It isn't easy. And there isn't no mutual common ground between medical industry, the vitamin industry, and the amino acid supplement industry. There's no common ground there. There's common ground not even between the mineral supplement industry. And in all of this, there are certain guidelines. When you have as much knowledge as I have about quantum medical physics, there are certain guidelines that you have to follow. And most people were not being told what was missing in Tony Robbins' monologue, which is explaining to people how the stuff works and what sequential order you're supposed to do it in, if you do it at all. And how different everybody's DNA is, even though, let me back up. It's like what I said before. Certain people are born with certain awareness factors. These awareness factors are the motivation that people get to create new inventions, new ideas, new discoveries. And if the government can't cram you into their pocket and may turn you into a Babylonian whore, bought and paid for by the rich money interest, then they're going to attack you like they've been doing to me. They're going to do it like guerrilla warfare. They're going to attack you and hit you, then they're going to ignore you. Then they're going to attack you and hit you again, then they're going to ignore you. They'll let so much time go by, then they'll attack and hit you, and then they'll ignore you. I mean, these people are sick. They've created an atmosphere, a processing atmosphere of when they apply it to someone, they're either going to join them or they're going to get destroyed. And what's sad is that no one cares. No one comes out, puts their hand out and says, "Hey, Caesar, we'd like to help you. Yeah, we know doctors used to be sent to you. You must know what you're talking about if doctors were sending their patients to you. And if you could just start talking just like you're talking now in front of Tony Robbins' vitamin supplement thing, and all of a sudden people are listening to you more than buying their stuff, then there's something wrong here. There's something wrong with what they are doing. They're not giving you, they just want your money. They're not giving you real information on what makes things work and what doesn't, and why certain things have to be taken in a certain way, and when you should stop doing the supplement program in order to get the best benefits out of the very same supplement program you've been on for 3 months. It's like rotating your shampoos so you don't get dandruff. Same thing applies to the human body. But so here these people are gathered like 10 or 20, and all of a sudden they distract me and say, "Can you tell us more about this? Why does it work like this? What do you know about MSM and DMSO?" And I start to talk to them, and of course the people that were gathered finally go off because they want to go back into the seminar to see Tony Robbins yell up and down about positive thinking. Well, put 2 and 2 together. Positive thinking cannot take place if your brain isn't working is not burning on all cylinders. If it's not firing on all cylinders, like an 8-cylinder engine or a 12-cylinder engine, if you're missing any pistons not coming up and firing, then you're not working right. Your brain isn't thinking right. Even though it may appear to others that you're thinking right, you're not. That includes anybody, any leader from any country, all the way down to the local moron. And when you believe me, I've heard a lot from different morons that have made comments on my YouTubes. Now I'm about to tell you something that's really going to shock you, everybody in the world, and you may not believe me. A lot of my videos, 99.9% of them, and I'm going to be honest with you right now, they're made that way in the ranting and raving because, one, it's revenge for me against all of you. For never, not one of you lifting a finger and wanting to help, especially those that are rich that have listened to my videos and probably laughed at me and didn't even lift a finger to help me. I do really know the answers to immortality. I know how to bring it on. I don't know how to heal myself right now because I need the help of dentists to keep my body online. We have a physical body, so when you get a cut, you may need help repairing it. You may need stitches. It's no different than my teeth. And they say, if you know the answer to immortality, why aren't you helping yourself? Well, in order for that to do, I mean, the very same city of Los Angeles, the county, even the federal government, were responsible for either neglecting or destroying, one or the other, or both, my laboratory, everything that I worked so hard for the last 30 years. And why did they destroy it? Because they don't want to give the people immortality. I'm telling you right now, I know the answers. I know how to save people's lives. And it is through supplementation. Part of it is only through supplementation. People that saw me for advice felt better immediately. They felt wonderful. Their joint pains went away. Their memories got better because I knew what to and how to advise them. If I didn't have a background in quantum medical physics, I wouldn't be bothering with you people. I shouldn't be anyway. Look at what you people have done to me. Destroyed my laboratory equipment, just took all my stuff, towed it away in my cars, trucks, boats, my motorhomes. You destroyed everything. Chase Bank set fire to my house. I'm sure it was them. They set fire to my house and my foreclosed house. They did. And whether I can prove it or not, who cares? The point I'm making is, no one who lives in a supposedly a free country should have been done like what they've done to me. You forever set my mind permanently, not just in concrete, but in all the power of the universe, of total 100% hate towards all of you. There's nothing I would want to give you. I'm certainly not going to give you immortality. I'm not going to give you the blueprint for immortality because you're not worth it. You did too much damage to me. And I'm sure that this YouTube, no one's going to comment and say, hey, I'd like to help you. I'm Mr. Rich from so-and-so. I want to bring you to my country. I want to get you away from that crappy USA because all they've done is destroy your life, and they're probably destroying all their own people as well, slowly. They'll take everything they can out of you, get all the work they can out of you, and then slowly destroy you. And that's what's happening in this country, and in a lot of countries. Telling you can't sleep in your motorhome, it's illegal, it's against the law. I mean, you know, cuckoo. Nuts. Beyond nuts. So I sit here 9 minutes into this part 2 of a video where I'm just telling you I am one, the smartest man in the world because of what I know about medical quantum physics. All diseases start at the level of the atom. They don't start at the molecular structure or at the chromosome. One cell from a human being has more atoms in it than there are stars in the Milky Way galaxy. And this is why it's so difficult for doctors who are practitioners, that's why they call it a practice on people, like guinea pigs. Well, try this drug out. Even psychiatrists, try this drug out. If you don't feel right with that one, let's try this one out. Until they find the right one that works with your body. One DNA strand has more than 3 billion genetic codes. Every time a cell divides, billions, millions of bits of information is lost. Those informations are instructions that tell the micropositive white blood cells how to protect the body, how to make it live longer. How do you keep the symmetry of a human cell strong? Because that's one of the keys. How do you keep it strong before it divides so that the channels that the information is transcribed to the new cell are so intact that you lose less information? How do you do that? I know. And I'm going to share that with all of you. I didn't share it with anybody at Tony Robbins, and I'm certainly not going to share it with any of you, because you don't deserve it. You deserve to die slow, just like you're making me die slow. I should be on a throne being honored every day of the rest of my life for the damages that you have done to me and all the children that have been murdered by your friendly fire in Iraq, Afghanistan, and all the countries that you've been in. Because we cannot recapture that DNA. Remember what I said in all my other videos? Every DNA is a shuffle of cards. No one. Remember I told you how many atoms there are in just one cell. A human being is composed of 100 trillion cells. The numbers are unbelievably infinite. So when you kill a person, you don't know who you're killing. That could have been another Einstein. Why did you do that? Are you nuts? There's no way we can replicate a shuffle like that. Not now, not in billions and billions of years. Not even if there are alien intelligence beyond our comprehension. They're not even there either. Trust me. The figures, the math doesn't lie. Okay? So whatever we can be on top of, it's important that we do share it. But you people attacked me too many times. So guess what? You're about to lose another one. And it's all in here. And if when I do die, if you take my brain out, you're not going to be able to decipher the process of who I am and how I release things. Because it's the process that's precious. Remember the old nursery goose rhyme where they had the golden goose? I say this in one of my other videos, but I'll repeat it now. We're 12 minutes. This is how a person like me is. Oh, let's get another golden egg out of him. Let's spy on him and listen to everything he says. We don't have to pay him anything. He's talking these 400 videos. He's probably released a lot of very important information. If we just filter it right, we can get everything and maybe steal his ideas of immortality from the mistakes he's made releasing information. Believe me, I haven't made any mistakes. If you don't have me, you don't have the actual blueprint. So we go back to the mother goose and the goose that laid the golden egg. So they kept laying the golden egg and the golden egg, and wow, here's another golden egg. Finally they got greedy and they said, hey, maybe if we cut the goose open, we can get all the golden eggs. So they killed the goose, chopped the goose open, all we got is flesh and blood and feathers. You killed the process. The process. So that's what you Americans did when you killed children, men, women, and children who you had no idea who they were. 75% of your tax dollars goes to the military-industrial complex. The only reason I'm alive right now is because YouTube scrambles all my videos and not enough people are hearing it. You'll never hear me on the national news, and even less now because of the way they scramble my videos. Oh, they're on to me now. They're worried because now that they've heard all my ranting and raving for 400 videos, but now they're hearing me talk as I really am. And they're crapping in their pants right now because they're going, the smart ones, the super smart ones, the ones with degrees out of Harvard and the Brookings Institute, they're going, God, maybe even some of them even warned the big authority figures on big ego trips. Hey, you shouldn't be doing this to Caesar. You should have been helping him. We're warning you. You need to help this guy. This guy's not stupid. He knows something. And they were trying to tell that to them, and they didn't listen. Just like everybody didn't listen when Bush told a lie about, there's weapons of mass destruction. There never were any. And Cheney's saying, well, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Well, that's a bullcrap explanation, too. So here we are, 30 seconds into the video, and you people still don't get it. All my videos will be scrambled, and all, including these two I've made, part 1, part 2. Not enough people are going to listen to it. The Comet ISON videos I did last month, 100 people, 63 people. Those people aren't going to change numbers. They're not going to cause a huge breakdown in the United States of America because everybody's already prostituted. They're all bought and paid for with their cell phones and their SUVs and their washing machines and their lifestyles and so on and so forth. You've all been hooked. You're not going to fight the same country and destroy your own lifestyle, even though people like me's lifestyle have been discriminated on, destroyed, eviscerated, impeded. You don't care. So why should I care about giving you any idea about what immortality is or how to get it? Why should I give you the processes? Remember, every person born is special. If I have a blueprint, man, you all should be on your hands and knees begging for me to show the blueprint. I'm not going to show it to you. I'm going to die with it. The next time a person like me is born, and you can't, if I do have any offspring, you're not going to get a lot of them either. Because remember, DNA is diluted each generation. So special generations pop up. Like in the movie X-Men. Patrick Stewart tells you at the beginning. Every so often there's a jump in the mutation process, and we end up with a bright intellectual brain, depending on what they've been exposed to, how much, education and so on. But the one key element in each DNA is motivation. That motivation comes from the DNA splices, the diluted DNA's desire, the motivations that have implanted in there already, that give that person the desire to want to go in that particular direction of that occupation, to give them the expertise that they know. This is not something that you can just say, we can clone a person like this and get all the information. No, you can't. Because you can't live that person's life. You can't go through the pain and suffering they've gone through. You can't possibly know all the stuff they know. And that's the bottom line. Now, I have no way of proving to you that I'm the smartest man or the smartest entity on the planet right now, because I have been through the awareness gauntlet, the big one, the enlightenment gauntlet. There's a gauntlet that I've gone through. Yeah. And it's a gauntlet that isn't visited by very many people. And it isn't a spiritual thing at all. It's something that happens from the DNA. But the information came slowly, little at a time. It pops up. It manifests itself by stimulation. Certain things stimulate me, bang, I'm off in a different direction. And that, something stimulates me there, bang, I'm off in another direction. And every bit of information that I learn becomes part of my hard drive. You burn my brain, burn the body, burn the hard drive, and you lose the information forever. Remember the movie Spock? When they were looking for Spock? Spock's body had been regenerated, but everything that really was Spock, the total essence of what Spock was in McCoy's brain. And in order to transfer it, you had to do the Vulcan mind meld. So Serac transferred, of everything that was Spock, nothing lost, into the new body that had regenerated itself on the planet Genesis. And Spock became born again and was a human being again. And of course Spock had to learn things all over again, because not everything was recovered, but as much as possible of Spock was recovered. Now that's just a movie. In real life, I'm telling you, when you kill people, you ruin the chances of stimulations taking place throughout the person's life and giving birth, a mental birth, to a fantastic being that will be able to give you more new directions to go in to advance your societies. And unfortunately, you have ruined one, and you're talking to him right now. And there's nothing more I can say except that what comes around goes around, I hope, and that there won't be another one like me probably for thousands of years, if the human race ever survives that long. So, bye-bye. You screwed it up for yourselves, because you're not going to hear me talking like this ever again.